Today, we're going to look at Magic the Gathering creatures that make the ultimate sacrifice. They sacrifice themselves. I'm going to start off with the Alchemist's Apprentice. Then this is a 2-mana 1/1 creature. You sacrifice it and draw a card. So if you can find a way to keep looping this thing back from the graveyard, that would be value. At the very least, it's going to chump block with something. Okay, we're going to move on to Banobsky with the Selfless Cathar. Very selfless. It's a white 1/1 creature. For a white and 1 generic, you can sacrifice it. Oh, and creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. What's great is it doesn't even tap. So you can get in for the attack. And of course, they probably shouldn't block it. Blocking is would be silly because then you can sacrifice and get in damage if you really need to. Next up, we're gonna take a look at Toads with the Bear of the Heavens. Does this... This doesn't sacrifice itself, does it? No, when it dies, you can't actually sacrifice this card. So when it dies, it gets some effect. That's more of a death trigger. You have to be able to sacrifice the card. If it doesn't say sacrifice on it, it gets disqualified on this show. David with Hajar, the Loyal Bodyguard. This is a green-red 3/3 human soldier. Sacrifice Hajar, the Loyal Bodyguard. That's what bodyguards are for. They're going to take a bullet for, apparently, legendary creatures. Legendary creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. Everyone loves indestructible, don't they? That's what we have exile effects for. Okay, Steve Cooper, the selfless savior. Oh yeah, this is also this is like the baby Hajar, Loyal Bodyguard. This is a white 1/1 creature. It's a dog. Sacrifice yourself, a savior. Another target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. No pump effect though. Indestructible is good enough. Okay, Little Deadfly want to get in on the action with the Blood Tithe Harvester. Sounds better than my previous choice. This is, well, this card is basically tier 1. Literally sees a lot of play in Pioneer. It's a top quality card. Red black 3/2 creature, not a bad rate, not a bad beat stick by itself. Enters the battlefield, you get a blood token, so that's value. Also tap, sacrifice your Blood Tithe Harvester. Target creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is twice. That's right. More than whatever the number of blood tokens you control. Activate only as a sorcery. It's a very unique card where you can get value through your blood token. You can attack with it, but also it's just randomly a removal spell. Very, very good creature. Next up, let's go with... okay, Toads wants redemption with the Veteran Bodyguard. Is everything sacrificed as a bodyguard or something? So 5 mana for a 2/5. As long as Veteran Bodyguard is untapped, all damage that would be dealt to you by unblocked creatures is dealt to Veteran Bodyguard instead. It's also disqualified. Also does not sacrifice itself. Honestly, it's sort of on theme, but I'm still disqualifying it. I see where you're going. It's probably going to get sacrificed in exchange for, your life. You're saving your life total. It essentially gives you 5 life points to your life, right? All damage to be dealt to you by unblocked creatures. Oh, I see that. Is dealt to Veteran Bodyguard. No, it saves all damage that would be dealt to you. Oh, yeah, dealt to you by unblocked creatures. So it basically saves you 5 life. Yeah, it doesn't sacrifice itself exactly. Next up, we'll take a look at Kano with the Children of Corliss. Is the only card that sacrifices children. That sounds illegal! Sacrificing kids. Sacrifice yourself. It's a white 1/1. Sacrifice the Children of Corliss. You gain life equal to the life you've lost this turn. These are children? They look good. If you ask me, if you ID'd them, I'd assume they're adults. I guess technically they're kids. The parents are in their elder age. They're boomers. Next up, let's get John with the Evolutionary Leap. It's not a creature, right? Evolutionary leap. I know what you're getting. I think this is an enchantment. Enchantment! Not creature. Panofsky with Ginger Brute. So, can't run as fast as you can. You can't catch me because I'm the Ginger Brute man. A 1-mana 1/1 with haste. For 1 mana, it can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste. Basically says cannot be blocked. That's right. So fast, it can outrun the Roadrunner. And that's fast. For 2 mana, tap, sacrifice Ginger Brute, you gain 3 life. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. Probably the Roadrunner also has haste. Likely. You don't get a lot of value out of it. Oh, it's actually called a food golem. I didn't know food was part of its creature type. Food can be an artifact. Food can be a creature. I'm a food thingamabob. Bulky with the Cephalid Snitch. Sounds like a character in a board game. You just got caught by the Cephalid Snitch. You drew the Cephalid Snitch card. You got snitch on someone. 2 mana for a 1/1 Cephalid Wizard. You can sacrifice your snitch. Do we have a snitchy sound effect? Target creature loses protection from black until end of turn. Oh my god, that's useless. Hopefully they don't have protection from blue either. Abzo with a Selfless Spirit. Another card that gives indestructible. Maybe the best one. 2 mana, 2/1 flyer. You sacrifice, and all creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. How expensive is this card? You know, for $1.50, I think it's incredibly affordable for like an anti-board wipe card. Everyone's afraid about the board wipes, the Supreme Verdict, the Day of Judgments, the Farewell. You don't. Oh no, I don't know if it protects from Farewell. Farewell exiles, right? Yeah, exiles. Okay, no, does not have protection from Farewell. But you protect yourself from all the other board wipes. The Blasphemous Acts. There's a Blasphemous Act. No problem. I mean, look at this guy. Look at all the arrows they've taken. They can take another one. It's nothing. It's but a flesh wound. What's Steve? I don't get it. Steve. Are you talking about like Steve Cooper? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I thought I read earlier there's like a Steve card. I'm not familiar, unfortunately. Will of Darkness with the Spore. Oh, the Spore Frog. The ultimate sack is really annoying. If you have a way to reanimate it over and over and over and over and over again. Death by Fog. A green 1/1 creature, a frog. Sacrifice the Spore Frog. Prevent all combat damage that be dealt this turn. Stop now, you criminal scum. You can't deal any damage this turn. Michael Ing with the Mog Fanatic. Red 1/1 creature. Sacrifice the Mog Fanatic to deal 1 damage to target creature or player. So if it dies, do you know what? It's going to go down with 1 of your life points. 5%. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking about the 1/1 magic. 2.5% of your life points. Okay, Toads. 3rd time's the charm. The Vampire Hex Mage. Yes, this one works. I'm surprised this card doesn't see more. I'm surprised this card didn't see a whole lot of competitive play. These days it'd be useless because of the 1 toughness. Is it? It's not Pioneer Legal. Maybe if it was Pioneer Legal, it would see play. It's a black 2/1 first striker. Sacrifice to remove all counters from target permanent. That is, I mean, if it's staring at a Planeswalker, it's over. It would have been good anti-Oko tech during the Oko metagame, in my opinion. Okay, the Red Scout with Boromir, Warden of the Tower. Did he sacrifice himself? 3 mana for 3/3, Vigilance. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, we're countering that spell. No cheatsies here. That's a fantastic ability. If no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell? That is so strong. Why doesn't this card see play? Did people just forget about poor Boromir over here? Sacrifice Boromir. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and then the ring tempts you. We all know what the ring tempting you does, right? Right? I don't, actually. I can't remember that damn mechanic. Didn't see a whole lot of play in Modern or Legacy, so I'm like, eh. I don't need to know about this. Steve Cooper with our first super chat. Thank you so much, Steve Cooper. This is the other Steve. Oh, that's Steve. Sakura Tribe Elder. I'm almost ashamed. Where'd they do Steve? It looks like Nicol Bolas. It's like baby Nicol Bolas before, I don't know, he had powers. This is awful. It's a hit. There we go. This is like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Steve. Or, yeah, that's the way I look at it. With extra arms. I mean, after all, they were mutants, right? So big deal. Although this is a snake. 2 mana, 1/1. Sack it, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. And we have 2 super chats donated. Chandler doesn't sacrifice. Jasper's Rab, you know that. GM says the ring mechanic is really annoying when you only have 1 creature in your EDH deck that has it. Same thing. Well, I mean, the same thing with any card that makes this 1 token. Like, I got Swan Song in my deck. I need to have a bird token available. I have rapid hybridization. I need a frog lizard thing available. They're all annoying. I have to have this 1 token available for this 1 card that I own. Spectral Maniac with the Malevolent Hermit. This is a 2 mana, 2/1. Pay a blue, sack it. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 3. So it's like Negate and Mana Leak had a child, and it's the Malevolent Hermit. Also has Disturb. What is the Disturb thing? Becomes a Benevolent Geist. A lot happier in death, apparently. 2/2. Non-creature spells you control can't be countered. And if Benevolent Geist would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Jesus with Valgavoth Faithful. Black 1/1 Human Cleric for 4 mana. Sacrifice your Valgavoth Faithful. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh my goodness. Activate only as a sorcery. It's a reanimator. It costs a little mana, but you can still surprise people with this card. You just have a bunch of stuff in your graveyard, then on, I don't know, turn 5, 6, 7 with a bunch of mana up, Valgavoth Faithful, and then they cannot interact with it at all once it resolves. He's got them stifle effects. Get your stifles ready. Elvish, Spear Guide, they don't sacrifice themselves. You exile them from your hands. Not even close to the same thing. We got Mouse Plays Games with Ashnod's Coupon. This is a silver border card. It's a joke entry, but deserves a shot. Wait, what is this? 0 mana, tap, sack it. Target player gets you a drink. I'll tell you, it gets sacked on... This gets disqualified 2 ways. First, it's not a real card. Second, it's not a creature. It's MTG creatures that sacrifice themselves. It's very easy to sack. My A&W coupons get sacrificed all the time. All the time. We did Ginger Brute Pedgeman. It's been done. Isn't exiling yourself the ultimate cost? That's harder to do. You want me to do a show about exiling yourself? It's gonna have like Mistform Griffin on it or something. Summer Mermaid Star with Adric. Mathematician. The mathematical genius. 2 mana for a 1/1 Human Artificer. 3 mana, tap, copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. I want to say, like, okay, how big of a genius you are. Apparently, you're plagiarizing perhaps somebody else's work here. The ultimate sacrifice for... It's literally the ultimate sacrifice. Sacrifice, Adric, and counter target activated or triggered ability. And it also has Doctor's Companion. I guess you could be copying your own homework. You know what? With AI and Chat GPT these days, everyone's going to be copying somebody's work to some degree, somehow, some way. Benjamin says, do sack on ETB counts? No. It must sacrifice itself. Oh, hold on. Siren Storm Tamer works. Siren Storm Tamer. I like this guy. I wish it had more than 1 toughness. I wish it had 2 toughness. This would be an excellent card in basically any deck. Blue 1/1 flyer. Pay a blue, sack it. Counter target spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. Which is interesting because with cards like Gifts Ungiven, they have to target you with the Gifts Ungiven. You can even counter it. So there's some interesting stuff. There's some interesting utility with the Siren Storm Tamer. I like it. Yeah, boy! And Ted, I like how the mermaid girl found a card that literally says Ultimate Sacrifice. The Ultimate Sacrifice. Yeah, ultimate of all ultimates. Trent says, have we done the Revel Arc yet? Is it Revel Arc? You have it EI? No, it was EI. 5 mana. Oh, it's an evoke. Oh no, these aren't gonna count. It's gotta be. You gotta sack them in. It's gotta be an activated ability, not a triggered ability. Triggered ability, it's cheating. I'm gonna consider it cheating. I mean, unless we start really running out of cards. If we run out of cards, maybe I'll count them. But I don't think we've exhausted the thousands of cards that exist in Insidious Fungus. It's a green 1/2 fungus. Pay 2, sacrifice it, choose 1. Destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or you can draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Oh, so it's draw a card and ramp. This is great. It's like Steve, but a little bit more expensive. Actually, a lot more expensive. But you at least get a card out of it. I don't know if Christopher B got a card yet. Balthor the Defiled. What does that mean, defiled? Did he crap his pants? It sort of looks like someone who's trying to... Look at everyone behind them looks like deaths because they can all smell they crapped his pants. It's a 4 mana 2/2 zombie dwarf legend. All the minions, however, get +1/+1. Now for triple black, remove Balthor Defiled from the game. Each player returns all black and red creature cards from their graveyard to play. That's crazy. But it's each player. Interesting. Everybody at once. Each player returns all black and red creature cards from their graveyard. Could backfire on you. It's a reanimator for the other person as well. Balthor does look like he soiled his underwear. As if, well, I mean, they don't really have underwear back then. I imagine this is some sort of weird robe. I don't want to go into details, but I have a feeling things are streaking down his leg. Okay, next, let's take a look at... We got, dot 11. King Darien. I don't know what number this is. Okay, so... Is XL 0? So I think this is 5. I think the V is 5 and XL is 10. So it's like 53rd? Maybe? Okay, protecting is Kingdom of Tokens. 3 mana for a 2/3 human soldier. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. Now for 5 mana, we can put a +1/+1 counter on King Darien and create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. But then sacrifice your King Darien. Creature tokens you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Wow. This is a very good, this is a slam dunk token card. You have a token deck, you got to play your King Darien the 53rd. Is it 48th? Oh, wow, I'm totally off. How did this work? XL. Where the hell is people getting 48 from? This is the V is a 5. So I guess you're adding these two? What is the... Okay, I just don't know what XL is. I guess X. This is X something. I guess the L means 4 in this case. We did Spore Frog. You gotta be early to get those easy ones. You wanted that low-hanging fruit. Okay, Pedgeman with the Aftermath Analyst. This card is hot right now. The 2 mana 1/3 Elf Detective. When Aftermath Analyst enters the battlefield, you mill 3 cards. 4 mana, sack it. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Think of all the milling. Think of all the fetch lands you've put into the graveyard. And after you sack this thing, you get them all back. It's easy enough. Okay, next up, we got Meme Bruley with the super chat. Thank you so much. Even after people have spent their budget on the holiday season. Some people have just still a little bit of love for Coffee and MTG. Cathar Commando. Just like that zombie king probably was going commando. Okay, a 2 mana 3/1 with flash. Pay 1, sack this creature, destroy target artifact or enchantment. I think the most dangerous thing is that it's a 2 mana 3/1 with flash. Effectively, that is mostly going to be a removal spell. Like if I attack with any random creature that's 1 or 2 mana, I'm gonna get ambushed, and I'm not gonna see it coming. Enemy spotted. Cathar Commando is a nuts common. I have it in my cube. I have a feeling I've been ambushed commando style many times in cube. Verginka with Burrington Forge Tender. Oh, that card is amazing. Burrington Forge. Very underrated anti-red card. For a white, it's a 1/1 Kithkin Wizard. Protection from red. So go into your wizard deck, sacrifice it, prevent all damage a red source of your choice would deal this turn. Just trying to think how this works with Grape Shot. I think you can only hit one instance of Grape Shot. All damage a red source, but not all damage red sources. Damn, so close. Ya boy! Atzocan Seer can sacrifice itself to get back a large lizard. That's a good card. We all love our lizards. 3 mana, 2/3. Taps to add. It's a mana ramp card. Add 1 mana of any color. Sacrifice it. Return target dinosaur card from your graveyard to your hand. It's not necessarily a lizard, but it is a dinosaur. We did Selfless Savior. The Shadowborn Apostle from Dingo Bag. Shadowborn Apostle. It's a funny one because it's actually sacrificing itself to go get something bigger. I guess it's sacrificing itself for its god, the black 1/1. Now your deck can have any number of cards named Shadowborn Apostle. I wonder if Shadowborn Apostle versus Relentless Rats deck, like who wins in that battle? Versus like I don't know, versus the Treasure Hunt deck. Versus I'm trying to think of other decks that would like spew like a million of the same type of card in the same deck for like this sort of effect. Anyway, pay a black, sacrifice 6 creatures, name your Shadowborn Apostle. Search your library for a demon creature card, put onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Nothing to sneeze at here. Very, very strong. Strong. We did Selfless Spirit. You gotta go deep now, people. All right, the low-hanging fruit is gone. It came and went. Okay, Verginka's gonna educate me about the Roman numerals. L is 50. XL is 40. That makes 0 sense to me. L is 50. XL is so it's like L minus 10. Sometimes they do that with the numbers, but I haven't memorized their system. Oh my god, the Judge's Familiar. Now this, one of my favorite cards when I was getting back into Magic. It's so cute. So it's a 1 mana 1/1 flyer. Sack it. Counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 1. It's such a nuisance. But the best part, it's got such cute art. I think they're both bangers. This one's very good. This one's also very good. I could have this guy as a pet. For this, so long as it wasn't an endangered species. Okay, Jeffrey says, what about Lena? The Selfless Champion. Didn't know Lena existed. 6 mana for a 3/3. Enter the battlefield. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token for each non-token creature you control. Sacrifice Lena. Creatures you control with power less than Lena's power gain indestructible until end of turn. A lot of these cards do sacrifice them. Do make the ultimate sacrifice. They're basically taking a bullet for their team. The ultimate sacrifice is us not having custom card show this week. Yeah, it was just too awkward, it being on Christmas Day. Don't worry, there's another one around the corner because there's always another week. I think your boy meant the dino was a large. Yeah, I know. I was just giving your boy a hard time. Daring Apprentice from KenCon. Please see the 7th edition flavor text. Okay, I guess this is the 7th edition. It's a 3-mana 1/1. Tap, sacrifice the Daring Apprentice to counter target spell. I've seen my master do this 100 times. How hard can it be? Is that thing like in Harry Potter where they try to invent a spell and it actually just blows up in their face? No custom card because it's going to be New Year. Oh, New Year's no problem. I'll be home. Christmas is difficult. My mom doesn't want me over on New Year. She wants me over on Christmas. Just to be clear. Okay, Benjamin Berkeley with the Thalakos Deceiver. Thalakos Deceiver. 4 mana for a 1/1 wizard. It's got Shadow. Haha, I can't block my 4 mana 1/1. This is useless. Okay, we can sacrifice the Thalakos Deceiver. Gain control of target creature permanently. Use this ability only if Thalakos Deceiver is attacking and unblocked. Sacrifice it, gain control of target creature permanent. So I get to attack. If you don't block it, which is okay, so actually it's not looking to block squat. It's just trying to make sure that you're not blocking yet. I get to swipe something. Interesting. Now that's different. That's unique. Not a reserve list card. You know what they call that? They call that a reader. I think that's a really cool card. It's probably not that good, to be honest, but whatever. Bell here in the house. Curse Catcher. said at the same time as Toads, but Toads got a card already. Let's give Toads the snipe sound effect anyhow. Blue 1/1 Merfolk Wizard. Curse Catcher. I had so many good memories with you. Too bad you're worthless now. Sacrifice your Curse Catcher. Counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 1. Still fine in like Commander and whatnot, especially since people they don't like paying the 1, but now they're forced to pay the 1, or else the whole thing gets countered. What would you like to? Would you really want to spend 7 mana on your ultimatum and exchange it with my 1 mana Curse Catcher? Well, no, not really. So it's the Thalion. I was about to say a Thali with legs, but that doesn't. It's a Thali with fins, effectively. Black Lance Geo. We did that one. The Children of Corliss. We're gonna donate that one, Black Lance Geo. If you have got another card, I will definitely give it to you. Islarf. Sinu. Keen-Eyed Protector. 2 mana, 2/1. Flying and Vigilance. It's the Pyramid. What is this, Egypt? The Pyramids. Oh, this is from Assassin's Creed. I don't know where the lore of Assassin's Creed is. Is it on Earth? Tap, exile Sinu. Keen-Eyed Protector. You gain 2 life, and you also get to scry 2. Whenever a creature you control attacks and isn't blocked, if Sinu is exiled, put onto the battlefield attacking. Well, Sinu comes back. You thought I was Sinu, I thought you were dead. I was. Doesn't the text have to say sacrifice? You know what? If it exiles itself, I'll count that. But it's got to be in play and exile itself. It is it's leaving the battlefield. I will also I'm probably not going to count cards that bounce back to your hand. But if it gets exiled or sacrificed, that's good enough for me. It's close enough in flavor. Exile is the ultimate. Yeah, maybe that is the ultimate sacrifice. Can't even get reanimated anymore. Next up, let's take a look at the card to J with Loxodon Hierarch. Makes ultimate sacrifice for Ravnica. Big Elephant. Elephants never forget. 4 mana, 4/4 Elephant Cleric. Now, when it enters the battlefield, you are going to gain that 4 life. And also for a white and a green, sacrifice it. Regenerate each creature you control. Not quite indestructible. Basically the same thing. For people in the comment section watching, are there elephant decks? Are there enough elephants in this game to make a deck out of it? You can supplement with Call the Herd and stuff like that. Maybe, maybe not. There is quite a few elephants in this game. It's what I meant earlier when I said that. To be honest, I don't remember what you said, but we're gonna plow forward with the show. But we gotta first thank our sponsors today, FusionGamingOnline.com. Deal of the week this week. My favorite place to buy my Magic the Gathering cards. Deal of the week this week: 15% off full Secret Lair box set savings display. Did they not have like a Boxing Day sale? No, it's a Boxing Week sale from December 25th to December 29th. Save up to 30% off all categories here at FusionGamingOnline.com. Now, my coupon, when you have these blockbuster sales like this, insane sales at 30%, my coupon code's not going to work. But you know what? If you miss the sale, I got some good news for you. There's always my coupon code that works year-round. Otherwise, coupon code Nikachu to get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Play Magic online digitally. Don't worry about cards getting banned in Pioneer or Modern or Legacy or even Commander because you're renting the cards online. And when the deck's no good anymore, you send it back and rent a new one. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below. Save 40% cash back on your third month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_4KA. And back to them cards. Sacrificial cards. The Sounds of Sushi. Anyone ever mention Floodgate being trash sacrifice? Floodgate. Is it a creature? It is a creature. 4 mana, 0/5 wall with Defender. It has flying and sacrifice it. When Floodgate leaves the battlefield, it deals damage to each non-blue creature without flying equal to half the number of islands you control rounded down. I remember we did that show about like regular Magic the Gathering cards that look AI generated, and this was like the card that looked the most AI generated, except it came out in Mirage. Like read this thing. If Floodgate gains flying, bury it. If Floodgate leaves play, it deals to each non-blue creature without flying 1 damage for each 2 islands you control. It's so nonsensical. They just like took a bag full of keywords and mechanics and start pulling things out. Okay, if gains flying, then bury it. Then if leaves play, deals to non-blue without flying 1 damage for each 2 lands. Like that's basically how it worked, as far as I'm concerned. Medicine, Nikachu, more like Nika poop. Oh, ha, ha. We are so funny, aren't we, chat? Okay, we got super chats here. Blacklands Geo, I'm gonna keep an eye out for you, okay? I'm gonna look out for you. Just find a card that we haven't done yet. Elgot, thank you very much for your super chat. The Captain Rex. Not Acorn, good. 3 mana, 2/2, human pilot. Does this sacrifice anything? At the beginning of combat on your turn, target non-land permanent you control becomes a vehicle artifact. Until end of turn, its base power and toughness are each equal to its mana value. It has crew 2 and crash land. That sounds terrible. When this vehicle deals damage to, when the vehicle deals damage, roll a 6-sided die. If the result is equal to the vehicle's mana value, it deals that much damage to any target. Then sacrifice the vehicle. You know what? You sack the vehicle, but you don't sacrifice Captain Rex itself. So I wouldn't say Captain Rex is making any ultimate sacrifice. Okay, Blackland Steel looking for redemption here. The Malevolent Hermit. Malevolent Hermit. We have to redonate that super chat. Oh, we did that one. We've done that one already. Evan with the Emrakul's Evangelical. Emrakul's. Sorry, Evangel. Evangel? Emrakul's. I don't know what's going on here. Something's happening at church, and the good word is coming from Emrakul. 3 mana for a 3/2 human horror. Tap, sacrifice Emrakul's Evangel and any number of other non-Eldrazi creatures. Put a 3/2 colorless Eldrazi horror creature token onto the battlefield for each creature sacrificed this way. Steve Cooper says, if a floodgate is the air, suddenly the water rushes through and destroys everything without flying. Good flavor. Very, very complicated flavor. It's complicated. Islarf says, does Urza Lord Protector count for the show chat? Urza Lord Protect. I don't know. 3 mana for a 2/4. Artifact instant sorceries cost 1 less. 7 if you both own. No, you just transform it. Nothing's getting sacrificed. Less than Magus of the Mind. Ooh, I love the name of that. Don't like the picture, but I love the name. 6 mana for a 4/5. Oh, it's this is gonna be not Time Twister. Okay, blue, tap, sacrifice Magus of the Mind, shuffle your library, and exile the top X cards, where X is 1 plus the number of spells cast this turn. Until end of turn, you may play cards exiled this way without paying their mana cost. It's that card that got unbanned in Legacy. Mind Twist? Mind's Desire. That's what it is. Mind's Desire. I thought I knew it. And I did. Yeah, Magus of the Mind. We did Steve. Steve's been done. Okay, next up. Noah. I like, ooh, the Mangara of Corindor. This card's great. 3 mana for a 1/1. Tap, exile Mangara of Corindor, and target permanent. Now, what it is, so here's the deal. Usually, this colon is after the exile Mangara of Corindor. So what you can do is you can, like, blink this card in response to its ability. So what you do is you tap it to activate its ability, and you're waiting for it to resolve. You can hold priority and then blink or flicker the card, and the ability is still on the stack. And then when it resolves, you can exile target permanent, but your Mangara is not there to get exiled itself. And then... no, we're counting cards that still exile themselves. That's totally fair. It's the exile, sacrifice. It's good enough for me. It works. So anyway, this is a really neat card that you can do a lot. You gotta do a lot of tricksy stuff with this. Did you accidentally put one more 9 in this? Oh my goodness. Sounds of Sushi. Always love your streams and videos. Here is to many more. Merry Christmas, brother. Well, this is like 1 million super chats. Okay, we're gonna extend the show for like probably like another 30 minutes because of you, until like we're really running dry in cards. Okay, I'm prepared. People are gonna get 2 extra cards, 3 extra cards, 4 extra cards. We have a long show. Thank you so much for your generosity, Sounds of Sushi. So I was like, did you accidentally get your mom's credit card? Yeah, I'm gonna get like some massive chargeback. Mom's looking. What the hell is YouTube? How do you spend $100 on YouTube? Okay, next up, old boy with the Pyre Zombie. We have 3 mana for a 2/1 zombie. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Pyre Zombie is in your graveyard, you may pay black 1 generic. If you do, return Pyre Zombie to your hand. Is this old? Yeah, this is Invasion. I thought I recognized that ability. And then we have red 1, sacrifice Pyre Zombie to deal 2 damage to target creature or player. Smack him a little bit, and then it can come back. You need a lot of mana, though. Trent Sims says, Mangara of Corindor works a lot like Stark of Wrath. I built a whole commander deck around him. Super tricky. It's a very, 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 very tricksy. Very, very tricksy card. We did Vampire Hexmade. You got a... Oh, Blood Pet we did not do. Blood Pet. All right. Blacklands Geo looking for redemption here. You went after a card I guess nobody really wanted. Black 1/1 Thrall. Where's the original? I like the original. I think it looks better. Sacrifice your Blood Pet to add a black to your mana pool. Play this ability as a mana source. We're gonna reach the fated 4. Yeah, no 4 cards yet. Basic. I'll let the show run for an entire 30 extra minutes. Next up we got Bell with another Merfolk. Oh, Mistcaller! Huge fan of Mistcaller. I wish it said any creature. Okay, so for a blue 1/1 Merfolk Wizard, sacrifice your Mistcaller until end of turn. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. I really wish it was it was just like if a creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast. Like, why? What's so wrong about me exiling tokens? I think that's fine. Oh, I guess the idea is like it would be a counter to old token generators because none of the tokens are cast. It's like the instant or sorcery that made them. Still, who cares? Who cares? I think I saw a blood pen in a garbage can. They were eating pizza. You're probably right. Algoth, does BFM count? No. Not a real card. What is with you guys and they are so tempted to get them uncards on the show? Those silver border cards. People love your silver border stuff. Dingleberg with burnished heart. Burnished heart. H-A-R-T? Okay, it is. 3 mana for a 2/2 elk. Pay 3, sack this creature, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. I have to say, oh no, but you have to pay 3 mana. I was about to say, like, 3 mana to ramp 2. It's not bad. It's actually 6 mana to ramp 2. Sunlight's bad. And it comes on the battlefield tapped. Awful. How many times have I seen the RMS? Who else suggested the RMS Titanic? I don't know if you're the only person here. But you know what? Every single time I get mention of the Titanic. We gotta mention that we need the one Titanic sound effect. 4 mana for a 7/1 vehicle. It's technically not a creature. When it deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice it and create that many treasure tokens. Yeah, it's worth something out of raw steel. And you also accrue 3 out of it. Christopher B wants Bilbo's birthday party. Bilbo's Bilbo birthday party. Bilbo, it's your birthday party. Sorry, it's your birthday. Bilbo birthday? Hold on. Oh, it's Bilbo birthday celebrant. That's what it is. All right. 3 mana for a 2/3. If you would gain life, you gain that much life plus 1 instead. And for 5 mana, tap, exile Bilbo birthday celebrant. Search your library for any number of creature cards. Put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Activate only if you have 111 or more life. When you're 111 years old, you're cheating death at that point. You're just absolutely cheating death. Okay, Benovsky. Another super chat. The Etched Oracle is a Battle Box staple? I've never played Battle Box, to be honest. Etched or Oracle. Oh, this card. I haven't seen this card in a million years. Sunburst. Okay, 4 mana for a 0/0. Sunburst. When it enters this enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. Pay 1, remove 4, +1/+1 counters from Etched Oracle. Target player draws 3 cards. I don't know, I'm confusing this card with the one that gets indestructible. You super chatted, so I'm gonna count this. But in actuality, it may not die. Like, it could die. It's possible. If you like remove 4 counters on it when it only had 4. 111 life is insane. Well, not for Bilbo, it isn't. Toads with the Biolume egg. Bio-looming around here. What's a Biolume? 3 mana for a 0/4 defender. When it enters the battlefield, you get to scry 2. Now, whenever you sacrifice Biolume egg, why would I want to do that? Returns to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Turns into the Biolume Serpent, a 4/4 creature. Sacrifice 2 islands, and it can't be blocked this turn. It reminds me of those stupid Leviathan cards. All those Leviathan cards. Unbelievable. For Ginka, Samite Sensor Bearer. Sensor Bearer? This is a white 1/1 human rebel cleric. Pay a white, sacrifice it. Prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to each creature you control this turn. That sounds awful. Just awful. Doesn't sack itself. Oh, it doesn't? The last one? When you sacrifice. Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. This is disqualified. Does not actually disqualify itself. Samite Sensor Bear, it does, though. Oh, man. 2 of these can beat up Pyroclasm. We just need 2 of them. We need to sack it, reanimate it, sack it again to defeat that Pyroclasm. Only you can. I wouldn't say Samite Sensor Bear is probably not going to defeat Forest Fires. Benjamin Berkeley. How about Basil Thrall? It's just Blood Pet, but stronger. Get bigger Blood Pet? You telling me? Oh, but you have to tap it as Summoning Sickness. Black, 1/2, Thrall. Tap, sacrifice Bizal Thrall. Add black to your mana pool. What the hell is Summoning Sickness exactly? Is that like waking up? Like you have been created. You have been summoned. It's like getting out of bed. You need your I need my cup of coffee before the brain actually officially turns on. Otherwise, I'm not going to say I'm groggy, but I don't really know what's going on. All I know is, okay, I'm awake. Step 1, wait another 15 minutes in bed before I feel like getting up. And then I actually get up. Then I immediately make my coffee and tea. Step 2, drink the coffee. Step 2 used to be drink the coffee and then turn this stream on. This stream used to be way more unhinged before because I was like barely awake yet. I was like waking up during the stream. Now at this later time, I'm always awake. Okay, what do we got next? Summoning Sickness is a planar jet lag. Oh, I like that. I like that explanation a lot. Okay, did you get a card, Bell? No, I think you got 1 card. Benevolent. I think we did Benevolent Bodyguard. Or maybe not. White 1/1, Human Cleric. Sack it. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. So it'll copy like basically all your removal spells. Summoning Sickness is me when I wake up at the LGS while waiting for the round to start in the tournament. Or the round is already started and they're like, where's my opponent? Ya boy and Ted, we're paired. Some are okay with teleportation, most aren't. Oh, Chows with Glenn Alendra, Archmage. This is another one of those. I thought you were dead. I was. 4 mana 2/2 flyer. Pale blue. Sack it. Counter target non-creature spell. But here's the deal. It's got Persist, which is some real evil voodoo. Comes back whenever it dies. Comes back into play with a -1/-1 counter on it. Drink more decaffeinated coffee. Actually, I drink half and half. I gotta have 2 scoops of coffee in my cup. One is caffeinated, the other one's not caffeinated. So I get that rich coffee flavor without getting insomnia as time goes on. Argentina, tragic poet? I just spelled tragic wrong. That's all. Tragic poet. We have a white 1/1 human. Tap, sacrifice tragic poet. Return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. There we go! Get them enchantments back. Why did it lose? You know, the whole point of enchantments, partially, is because they don't get destroyed so easily. You have no card yet? That's wild, Toilet Duck. Okay, Platinum Persecute. There's so many people looking for their 3rd and 4th card. This is not a real card. Okay, 5/5 flyer. Players can't lose the game or win the game. At the beginning of your upkeep, if each player has an empty library, sacrifice. But you can't actually sacrifice this card. Double disqualified. Triggered sacrifice. If each player has an empty library, you have to wait until they have an empty library. Your boy says, I see people like Thrall. So here's another one. Armor Thrall. Another one. DJ Khaled. 3 mana for a 1/3 Thrall. Tap, sacrifice Armor Thrall. Put a +1/+2 counter on target creature. Algot, the hero's uncle. What the hell is this? Unknown event? Why are these cards even showing up on Scryfall? A 2-mana 2/2 human. It's an uncommon. When it dies, you may search your library for a legendary team-up creature, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. A legendary team-up creature is 2 or more legendary characters teamed up on the same legendary card. Oh, like Drana and Linvala. You know, you guys are just lucky we got this super chat from Sounds of Sushi. You can get away with anything, basically, on this show. We do custom cards now? No, we're not doing. We're not going that far. Hexnort with Bloodfire Colossus. This is an 8 mana for a 6/6 for a red. Sacrifice Bloodfire Colossus. Deals 6 damage to each creature and each player. These days they're just like, okay, for 8 mana you can just have this as an ETB, basically. John with Airy Oofs. Oof. How many oofs are in this game? Can we make Oof Kindred? 5 mana 3/3. Sack it. Airy Oof deals damage equal to its power to target creature with flying, apparently. Oh, but it has Persist. This creature dies. Yeah, if it had no -1/-1 counters, comes back into play as a 2/2. Sushi donated for our sins. It's a Christmas miracle. Okay, let's give Ginkgo third card. Pilgrim of Virtue. Pilgrim of Virtue is this not the Mind Slicer in the background? 3 mana for a 1/3. Protection from black. From the dark side. White, sacrifice Pilgrim of Virtue. The next time a black source of your choice would deal damage this turn, prevent that damage. Phyrexian Negator, you got nothing on me. Blacklands Geo with Thalakos Deceiver. Oh, we did that one. That was such a cool card I learned today. That's a new one for me. What else do we have here? Bottle Gnomes. Where's the original one? There's like an original Bottle Gnomes. It's like, oh, I thought it was from Urza Saga. 3 mana for a 1/3. We get to sacrifice Bottle Gnomes. We gain 3 life. This is the original food token. Except you didn't have to pay that. You don't pay any mana for its activated ability. I guess food tokens are the fixed Bottle Gnomes. Lake of the Dead. Lake of the Dead is a creature. I hate disqualifying the card from the person that donated $100, but I mean, it's not a creature. It's not sentient. The Unknown event is a regular surprise event run during Magic Cards and hosted by Gavin Verhey. Oh, Gavin Verhey is the master and creator of all these unknown unset things. Ooh, I like this. I like one of these cards. What about the Slivers? The Acidic Sliver. I think Acidic Sliver is awesome. 2 mana for a 2/2. All slivers have pay 2, sack this permanent. Oh, I thought this is still an okay card. Deals 2 damage to target creature or player. I was mistaking this card for the one that I think. Is there not a Vindicate Sliver? Maybe I'm wrong. That sounds OP. Argentina's like, what's going on here? What's the NXCY thing? NCY stands for no card yet. So if you have not got a card mentioned on the show, you say NCY. So you got no card yet. I've got no card yet. Please get me my card. And then some people are like, well, I got a card already. So I got no 2 cards yet. Or then we got your boy here. I got no 3 cards yet. Oh, look at that. I can give you some credit. Acidic Sliver gives itself the ability to sacrifice itself. But it also gives that ability to others. So I don't know if it counts. Oh, no, it absolutely counts. 100%. 1 bazillion% it counts. Oh, is that... Oh, it's Necrotic Sliver? Necrotic Sliver? Yeah, there is a Vindicate Sliver. It's a 3 mana, 2/2. All slivers have sack this permanent, destroy target permanent. Strong stuff. Here's all the people who have no 2 cards yet. We have Garza's Assassin. black, black, black for a 2/2. Sacrifice it, destroy target non-black creature. Okay, I like that card. If you try to kill this thing, I'm going to kill one of your stuff. Recover, pay half your life rounded up. That sounds awful. When another creature is put into your graveyard from play, you may pay half your life rounded up. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Otherwise, remove this card from the game. Is it like a rest in peace? I don't really see what I don't think I understand this card. Whenever another creature is put into your graveyard from play, you may pay half your life rounded up. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. So I'm guessing if something dies, it either gets removed from the game, or I have the option to pay half my life and I get it back. That's a very unique effect. I don't know if the price is worth it. Half my life? It's like, it's not even a whole... You don't even get a whole lot either. Does Echo count? Nope. Nope, it does not. It would not count. Toilet Duck with Xiao... Or, yeah, Jiaho, Done, the One-Eyed. 4 mana for a 3/2 with Horsemanship. Sacrifice it. Return target black card from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only during your turn before attacks are declared. Useless! Damn. So it's so weird. I can't even attack with this and get value out of it. I gotta sacrifice it before I get to attack. Back then, you know, attacking, no fun. No fun at all. Does Flood Pit's Drowner... I will absolutely count Flood Pit's Drowner. So this is a bit weird. It leaves the battlefield in an epic way. 2 mana for a 2/1 Flash Vigilance. Enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Now, it does have the ability, pay 2, tap, shuffle, Flood Pit's Drowner, and target creature with a stun counter on it into its owner's library. That is one of the more interesting sacrifice cards. Or it's like I would call this the ultimate sacrifice card. Like, it's gone. I'm trying to think, what's the flavor of this? We're not drowning something. We're like literally going back to the minds of our masters. That's how it goes. Combos with Kaito as well. Combos with Kaito. Great combo. Because Kaito also puts stun counters on cards, right? Little Dead Fight. Will we ever see you play the OG Magic game Chandelar? Probably not. Is that something you're looking forward to? I've always sort of wanted to play the game, but I also don't want to waste too much time on that either. Okay, Toads wants Caustic Caterpillar, or Haywire Mite. Let's go Caustic Caterpillar. Caustic, there we go. Green 1/1, Insect, pay 2, sack it. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. You got Disenchant on the battlefield. Insect form, if you need it. Steve Cooper with another super chat. The Magus of the Wheel. Have we not done the Maggie? Not this one, anyhow. So for 3 mana, 3/3. You know what? I can't put it. Like, this person looks familiar to me. Does anyone know who this could possibly be? It's like, who's that person from Deal or No Deal? This is like the evil version of them. Would you like to select these briefcases? Anyway, pay 2 mana, tap, sacrifice Magus of the Wheel. Each player discards their hand, then draws 7 cards. That's good value there. Kratos? I don't even know who Kratos is. Looks like Kratos. I'm going to quickly Google Kratos. Doesn't Kratos have a beard? Okay, hold on. Maybe this is a non-bearded version of Kratos. Saying it's this person. Who is this anywhere? Where does this come from? Kratos from God of War. All right. Not really familiar with the game. Or I've heard of the game, anyhow. It's my neighbor. How have we not done them? I said your reading ability. Oh, you're talking about my reading ability is terrible. Just a random age with no card yet. Does Bronze Bombshell count? It sacrifices itself as long as certain conditions are met. No, it does not count. It must willingly be. It must be able to do it at will. And that's a problem. That player sacrifices. Yeah, so it has to be sacrificed within the will of the council here. Safi with Safi. I like it that Safifi is the one who net named Safi. Sounds adorable. 2 mana for a 2/2. Sacrifice your Safi, Eric's daughter. When target creature is put into your graveyard this turn, return that card to the battlefield. We got more super chats. Okay, Pabno trying to give us the flavor here. I think Floodpit's Drowner is supposed to be flavored like Vortex Elemental. Oh! No, but it's still... Oh, you're sucking them into the sea? Is the sea our library now? Blue 0/1 Elemental. Pay a blue, put Vortex Elemental and each creature blocking or blocked by it on top of its owner's library. Then those players shuffle their libraries. Then for 5 mana, target creature blocks Vortex Elemental this turn if able. You will block me. We have done Blood Pet. Ooh, evil Vin Diesel. And how that's what I was thinking of. Howie Mandel. That's what I was thinking about. No sack. Yeah, it's no sack, no exile, but it's still sucking the card out of the game. The whole point is the card. Basically, the theme of the show is you've got a creature in play, and then through some activated ability, it is leaving the battlefield. But it's like it's gone, not in your hand. Away, it's going once, going twice, to the moon. Little Deadfly, who's now like the person who's always like first. Lonesome Eyebot? Lonesome. That sounds so sad. The Lonesome Eyebot. 3 mana for a 2/1 robot flying. EDE, my love. Whenever you attack, if the number of attacking creatures is greater than the number of quest counters on EDE, Lonesome Eyebot, put a quest counter on it. Pay 2, sacrifice your EDE. Or is it ED-E? Oh, I guess it's ED-E. Draw a card, then draw an additional card for each quest counter on your ED-E. Even you see, and followed, I guess, the AI's. This is the future of chatbots in the future. You can talk to a lonesome robot. Neymar Incarnation, not activated ability. That is a triggered sacrifice ability. We're not counting those. Sorry about that, Nightmare Incarnation. Just gotta keep trying. Try again. Black Lance Geo with the Goblin Ski Patrol. Is that the Snowman card? No, it's not at all. 2 mana for a 1/1. For 2 mana, it gets +2/+0 and gains flying. Its controller sacrifices at an end of turn. Plays the ability only once and only if you control a snow mountain. It's like when you're in these games where you're skiing down. I don't know how to put it. You go off a ramp and then. This is like a goblin cannon or a goblin slingshot of some sort, except you're using gravity to help you. Old boy, you didn't get 2 cards yet? Blood Speaker. Blood Speaker is a 4 mana 3/2. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice your Blood Speaker. If you do, search your library for a demon card, reveal that card, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. The fact that you may do this is going to make this card qualify. Whenever a demon comes into play under your control, return Blood Speaker from your graveyard to your hand. Come on, Bell wants to give us some history here. Bottle gnomes equal food. Brass century equals clue. Brass secretary? 3 mana for a 2/1. Tap. Sacrifice your brass secretary. Oh yeah, the brass secretary and draw a card. You know what? I think they're bringing back those old mechanics, and they were trying to turn them into tokens. And I think they succeeded for the most part. People like those cards. Jesus with Dorothea, the Vengeful Victim. 2 mana for a 4/4 flyer. When it attacks or blocks, sack it at end of combat. Oh god, that sucks. Also has, but it has disturb, so maybe that was just part of the plan the entire time. And it can come back on the battlefield as an aura whenever this creature attacks. Oh, it becomes a Geist of Saint Traft. You get a 4/4 creature token with flying that's tapped and attacking. You have to sack that token at end of combat. Brass Secretary could be a 1 nowadays. Probably. Absolutely. What do we got here? Goblin Digging Team. From Kano. We have a red 1/1 Goblin. Tap, sacrifice Goblin Digging Team. Destroy target wall. So strong. That's exactly what we need to blow up those walls. Oh, wow. Argentina. Vodalian Hexcatcher. Yeah, we haven't mentioned this one yet. This card's fantastic. Okay, we have a 2 mana 1/1 flash Merfolk Wizard. Now, other Merfolk get +1/+1 and sack a Merfolk. Sacrifice a Merfolk, which could be itself. I've done it many times. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1. Make my opponent sweat that I have the Vidalian Hexcatcher. See you later, Bell. Take care. What else do we have here? Last thing with Servant of the Stinger. Two mana for a 1/3 person with lobster arms. Death touch. When Servant of the Stinger deals combat damage to a player, if you've committed a crime this turn, you may sacrifice Servant of the Stinger. If you do, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Gotcha. Do we sack this thing? Yeah, you may sacrifice your Servant of the Stinger. Benjamin Berkeley with Shock Troops. 4 mana for a 2/2. Sack it. Deal 2 damage to target creature or player. It's literally a Shock Trooper. Okay? Shock. Shock with legs. Okay, Surefire ourselves with Adric. I think we did Mathematical Genius. Card even has flavor text of the show. Does it? You can have 2 commanders. Where's the flavor text? It literally has no flavor text. Even the alternatives don't have flavor text. It's supposed to be a scorpion arm, not a lobster. I saw a lobster. All right, has anyone heard of Leon the Lobster? That's exactly what I saw. Maybe this is Leon the Lobster. Wait long enough, lobsters will turn into humans. Just give them enough time to evolve. Yeah, that's right. The ultimate sacrifice here as the ability. That's right. Yeah, we did, but we did this one. Safifi with the Tinder wall. Before there was the dating website, there was the wall. It's a green 0/3 with Defender. Sack it to add double red to your mana pool. You can also pay a red, sack it to deal 2 damage to target creature it's blocking. Can sacrifice itself to not get undermined by the Goblin Digging Team. Also a very good underrated card, in my opinion. And you know what? It's ramp. It's basically like a ritual on the battlefield. Basically. Grinder is the cleaner Tinder? I wouldn't know. I'm a bit out of the game here. I don't know what's hip to use these days. Okay, we got Christopher B with the Magus of the Will. Magus of the Will. The Will of the People, or the Will to Magus. 3 mana for a 3/3 human wizard. For 3 mana, tap, exile Magus of the Will. Until end of turn, you may play lands and cast spells from your graveyard. Oh, it's Yawgmoth's Will. If a card would be put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, exile that card instead. This card's so much worse than Magus of the Will. I mean, it's infinitely worse. You have to pay a whole 6 mana for this. This card would probably be like a little bit more playable if it was, I don't know, 2 mana It has summoning sickness. Like, it can't be that broken, right? Not even close. Okay, Toilet Dock with Malira, the Living Cure. 2 mana for a 3/3 human scout. Is Malira like that sort of anti-zombie person who has protection from zombies and can cure zombies? Like in those zombie movies, if anyone knows what the hell I'm talking about. If you would get 1 or more poison counters, instead you get 1 poison counter, and you can't get additional poison counters this turn. Exile Malira, the Living Cure. Choose another target creature or artifact. When it's put into a graveyard this turn, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. It's like a reanimator. Total Dog asks, anyone else actually calculate how many cards Sounds of Sushi super chatted for? I think it was about 50. Theoretically, 50 cards. Usually if the super chat is enormous, I divide it by 5. So you can say it's officially at least 20. Sorry, 20. Yeah, 20, right? Yeah, 100 divided by 5 is 20. She is Nurse Jenny? Ah, that's one way we could look at it. Shout out to Nurse Jenny. Okay, we got the Bread and Cheese Man with Balthor. Oh, we did Balthor the Defiled. The guy who crapped himself. Yeah, we did this one. Just keep trying, the Bread and Cheese Man. You'll get 1 card on this show. Okay, Little Dead Fly. Giant Caterpillar. This is a 4. The Giant Cat. This reminds me of a Canadian classic book called The Hungry, Hungry Caterpillar. It's a 4-mana 3/3 insect. For a green, sacrifice Giant Caterpillar. Put a 1/1 green butterfly creature token with flying into play at end of turn. That's terrible. What an awful ability. We're literally downgrading this card. We went from a chunky 3/3 juicy insect to a useless 1/1 flyer. Think we can mark the Nikachu gets out of the calculator bingo space now? Yeah, we could have a bingo space for that. Okay, for Genka with Pilgrim of Justice. Ugh. You know, I feel like Scryfall's getting worse with the corrections. Used to be so good. 3 mana for a 1/3 cleric. Also protection from red. Sack it. The next time a red source of your choice would deal damage this turn, we prevent that damage. For anyone that wants to hate really hard on red. No secrets. Vegetation? Abomination? I guess it's growing out of control. 3 mana for a 2/2 plant mutant food with Death Touch. Tap, sacrifice your Vegetation Abomination. Roll a 6-sided die. You gain life equal to the result. Gamble for your life. Gamble for extra life. You know, you're not losing anything over here. Hexenort with Orcish Settlers. Orcish. I always considered the orcs mostly nomads. It's a 2 mana 1/1. This is obviously a reference to that painting, I think. XX red, tap, sacrifice the Orcish Settlers to destroy X target lands. I can't tell if these are the settlers or not, because they didn't really... The people didn't really sacrifice themselves. This card actually said... The creature that we're talking about is in the background, in the flames. We should have a year-end roundup bingo card. The hell does that mean? Oh, Dylan trying to figure out how to get on the show. It's easy. Things like Argent. How many We probably haven't done all the Maguses. Magus of the Disc. In another European language, please. No. What, like Espanol? Mago del Disco. Heck. I'm assuming it's like Hechicero Humano. El Mago del Disco entra el campo de Batala Grado. Oh my god, that's the best I can do. Okay, Magus of the Disc, 4 mana, 2/4 human wizard, enters the battlefield taps. Oh, it's the Nevinral's Disc. Pay 1, tap. Destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. Okay, Bread, still looking. The Urborg Panther. Did we do this one? Urborg Panther. I don't think so. You know, it also looks like Venom, if you ask me. This is like one of those like sort of artist depiction types of cards of Marvel Universe creatures. 3 mana for a 2/2 Night Stalker. Black, sacrifice it. Destroy target creature blocking the Urborg Panther. You block me, I kill you! We both go down together. Sacrifice Feral Panther. Oh, we can still sack it. Oh, well, no, okay. Sacrifice the Feral Shadow, the Breath Stealer, and Urborg Panther. Search your library for Spirit of the Night and put it into play as though it were just played. Shuffle your library afterwards. Weird. Those ones Haywire Might. Well, I think everyone's scared to mention this because it looks like it's like a quote-unquote obvious one. 1 mana for a 1/1. When it dies, you gain 2 life. But for a green, you can sacrifice it to exile target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. It's good stuff. You can find it off of Urza's Saga. That's all I have to say about it. You can find it off of Urza's Saga. Okay, Pabno, thank you very much for your super chat. A planar guide. From back when I started playing. It's a white 1/1. It's a rare. It's like you open this thing and you're just like, wow, it's my rare card. 4 mana, remove it from the game. Remove all counters. Remove all creatures from the game. What? At end of turn, you return those creatures to play under their owner's control. I don't know how you use this. So this guy's gone. Like, it's gonna take a hike. Every moment has its own savior. Remove all creatures. It's not even exile all creatures, including your opponents. It's an odd card. No attackers, no blockers. This came way before Venom existed. This card? No. Venom's been around since, like, when did they invent Venom from Spider-Man? When was Venom invented? Not too far away, actually. In 1998 of the Amazing Spider-Man. April 1988. And this is 1996. Probably heavily inspired, to be honest. Only 8 years off. Gotta be some kind of record. I got 3 DQs in a bunch of cards shown. Yup. It's gotta be worth... No, that might not actually be it. I think I've disqualified some people, like, relentlessly. Hairwire might also can blow up Urza Saga. Absolutely. Nightmare Incarnation with Shieldred, the true... which Shieldred? Like the OG Shieldred? Shieldred... I think the OG Shieldred? Whispering one, bring your upkeep, each one sacks a creature. You have to willingly sack the thing. I'll look up the true scriptures. Does that even... Oh, hold on. This is the card you're talking about. This is a 2-sided card. There's a true scriptures card. Okay. What do we have here? Menace. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent sacks a non-token creature or planeswalker. Then for 5 mana, exile Shieldred. Then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Feels a bit... This feels a little cheatsy. It's not actually gone. Activate only as a sorcery. I don't know if there's 8 more cards in a graveyard. And it turns into the true scriptures. Feels like Shieldred didn't leave at all. Just left it. Just took a vacation. Follow the instructions while I'm gone. Chapter 1. For each opponent, destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that player controls. Chapter 2. For each opponent... each opponent discards 3 cards, then mills 3 cards. Chapter 3, put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. That is wild. Exile the true scriptures, then return it to the battlefield. Back to Shieldred. She didn't really make any ultimate sacrifice. Okay, Dylan's like, I got one. The goblin replica. So it's a fake. Selling fakes, Chinese fakes here. 3 mana, 2/2, goblin. 4 mana, sacrifice your goblin replica to destroy target artifact. How pathetic. You see, if that was made in America, it would cost nothing to destroy that artifact. Just kidding. A lot of good stuff is made in China these days. Frankly, almost everything I buy on Amazon comes from China. It's pretty good. We got Castle Star with a false prophet. It might not be, weren't you here like a long time ago, Castle Star? When it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, exile all creatures. Does not count. You do not willingly sacrifice this in any way. Mappius! No card yet with the Felidar Cub. Two mana for a 2/2 cat beast. Sacrifice this creature to destroy target enchantment. You know, if there's anything, this show really shows how many creatures you could play that to destroy artifacts and enchantments. So you have no excuse to have like removal for those permanents, because you can have it part of your creature suite. No excuses. Yeah, 7 to destroy an artifact. They don't make them like they used to. In fact, they don't make them like that at all. Pabno with Vohar Vidalian Desecrator. Vohar. How niche is this? Blue-black, 1/2 Phyrexian Merfolk Wizard. Tap, draw a card, and discard a card. If you discarded an instant or sorcery card this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Pay 2, sacrifice Vohar, Vidalian Desecrator. You may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard this turn. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Activate only as a sorcery. You may cast target instant. It's like a crappy Snapcaster Mage. It's a very bad Snapcaster Mage. It's the post already onto the battlefield Snapcaster Mage. We got stragglers coming at the end of the show. We got Mason Hoffman with Dauntless Escort. It's a Rhino. It's a 3 mana 3/3. Sack it. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Interesting. Does Spike Feeder count? Nope. I will not count Spike Feeder. It's close. I get what you're saying with maybe Spike Feeder will count. I counted that other card. So it's a bit of a weird one because you can sack all the counters on it. It's a 3 mana 0/0, but it enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Now you can pay 2 to remove a counter from it to put a counter on target creature, or you can just remove the counter and you just gain 2 life. So effectively, you could remove the last counter to gain a measly 2 life in the end. What else do we have? We have Furgenka here with no 5 card yet. Kano's not counting, but I have a feeling Kano got 5 cards. Benjamin Berkeley, Magus of the Order. Order in the court! Judge Magus here. 4 mana for a 3/3 human wizard. Pay a green, tap, sacrifice Magus of the Order, and another green creature. That's a lot of creatures you got to sacrifice. Search your library for a green creature card and put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. It's like, this is the natural order card. You're paying more than that for this natural order, though. Does Muldrifter count? Nope. Evoke creatures do not count. No triggered abilities. Or not trigger that. If it triggers, you need the option that it stays around. Like at your upkeep, you may sacrifice this creature. If you do, then you get some effect. I'll count those. If we're getting like, I'm aiming for double digits. Well, it's probably not going to happen in this show. Technically 3. You've gotten 3. Okay, you're at 3 so far. Sager, Agent of Shaoku. 2 mana for a 1/1. It's a mercenary. 2 mana, sack a land. Target creature gets +2/+0. Does not sack itself. Must sacrifice itself. Minovsky's also got quite a few. Ixali's Keeper. You guys are going really deep. Super, super deep. Is it just Keeper? Look at that activated ability. 2 mana for a 2/2. 8 mana. Tap, sacrifice it. Target creature gets +5/+5 and gains trample until end of turn. As if you're gonna get there. It's basically just Grizzly Bear. This is never happening. Just never. Okay, we got the Bread and Cheese Man with Root Wire Amalgam. I don't think we did this one. Oh! 5 mana, 5/5. You could also prototype it in play for 2 mana as a 2/3. So 5 mana, sack it, create an XX colorless golem artifact creature token where X is 3 times Root Wire Amalgam's power. And it gains haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery, though. Does Ball Lightning count? I guess you're choosing to put it in play. You're choosing to cast it at all. Red for a 6/1 with trample and haste, but at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice this creature. I mean, I guess I can't. I guess we count this card. Fleshbag Marauder. It has not been chosen. Well, yeah, at this point, we might as well count these cards. We might be exhausting what's possible. The problem with Fleshbag Marauder is you don't actually necessarily have to sacrifice it, although usually you do. 3 mana for a 3/1. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacks a creature. So in theory, you could sack it. Probably you don't. Probably. Did we do Cacophony Scamp? Cacophony Scamp. Red 1/1, Phyrexian Goblin Warrior. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. And if you do, you proliferate. And then when Cacophony Scamp dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. That's not bad. I mean, I'm not a proliferate player, but at least you get some value on the proliferate. What else are we missing here? Oh boy, with Selfless Exorcist. The Selfless one. 5 mana for a 3/4. Tap, remove target creature card in a graveyard from the game. That card deals damage equal to its power to Selfless Exorcist. Nope. Does not actually sacrifice itself. I think we did Hopeless Researcher. Or oh, maybe we didn't. No, Hapless Researcher. I don't think we did that one. Blue 1/1, sack it, draw a card, then discard a card from your hand. That's awful. It's totally useless. I mean, I guess it's for it's for madness decks of some sort. We did Selfless Spirit. We did that one a long time ago. A million years ago. In the first 5 minutes of the show. The Bread and Cheese Man. Surely Pyrex Salamander hasn't been done. 2 mana, 1/1, pay a red, +1/+0 until end of turn. You have to bury it at end of turn. That is awful. Get the most you can out of your Pyrex Salamander. Man, this really feels like 1996 Magic. You have to hope your opponent's tapped out, they have no blockers, and you're like, all right, I'm going to attack with my Pyrex Salamander and tap all my mountains. Tap it all. Sager with the Vampire Hexmade. We've done that one, Sager. We did that at the beginning of the show. We're going to donate that one. We did Necrotic Sliver, to be honest. Sager, you got to be quick. Ooh, did we do this one? Sir Ginger, the Meal Ender? Is there a second one? Oh, there is a second one. I forgot about that one. 2 mana for a 3/1 Food Knight. Has trample, hexproof, and haste as long as an opponent controls a planeswalker. Whenever an artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Seer Ginger. And scry 1. Pay 2, tap, sacrifice Seer Ginger. You gain life equal to its power. I guess because it's a food, right? It's a food knight, effectively. Okay, Pabno, another one. We need some dino representation here. The Thrashing Brontodon. Saving the best for last, huh, Pabno? 3 mana for a 3/4 dinosaur. Pay 1. Sacrifice this creature to destroy target artifact or enchantment. I thought this card saw a lot of standard play at the time. Once upon a time. We did Acidic Sliver. We did a lot of the slivers. We did. Maybe we didn't do Necrotic Sliver. Hold on, Necrotic. We did the Vindicate Sliver. Yeah, we did the Vindicate Sliver. It was done. Okay, that's it. That's it for today. The $100 has been run out. Oh God, for Genka's throwing stuff. You people are brave. Please do all Aurora Eidolon. You want to do all of these? The hell is this? Aurora Eidolon. Eidolon. Oh, I guess we'll do them quickly. 4 mana, 2/2, pay white, sack it. Prevent the next 3 damage that will be dealt to target creature or player this turn. Whenever you play a multicolored spell, you may return your Aurora Eidolon from your graveyard to your hand to recycle it all over again. Then we have the Goblin Legionnaire. Oh, this is so familiar looking. 2 mana, 2/2, pay a red, sack it to deal 2 damage to target creature or player. Or you can pay a white, sack it to prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn. So wait, hold on. You said please do all, but then he's like, or airy oofs. Or well, what's airy? We're at the end of the show anyway. Who cares? Oh, it's the holidays. Okay, we got airy oofs. No, we did. Oh, we did airy oofs already. It was done. Did Sager get a second card? I didn't see it. All right, well, maybe next time. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you liked the show. Creatures that sacrifice themselves for the greater good. We do this show 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hope to see you there. Of course, got to thank everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or you super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thanks to Sounds of Sushi, we got a whole 30 extra minutes out of this show today. And of course, we have to thank viewers like you, people like Dinglebag, Blacklands Geo, Old Boy, KF2, Steve Cooper, Toads, The True North, A, Pabno, Sounds of Sushi, Paul Rog, Kano, Dylan, because you guys are what makes the show every single weekday. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.